Hey, welcome to another video. So today we're going to be going into everything there is to know about the GOA'ULD CRONUS. But before we begin, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Sith Citadel Discord, link is in the description, and consider becoming a join member to further support the channel. Otherwise, let's jump straight into it. So, CRONUS was a GOA'ULD that was one of the most influential of all the system lords up until his death in 2001. In Greek mythology, CRONUS was one of 12 titans, immortal beings of great strength and power, who ruled before being overthrown by the Olympians. The 12 children of the titans, led by CRONUS' son Zeus, engaged in a 10-year war that elevated them at its conclusion to the principal deities of the Greek pantheon. So CRONUS, allying with the supreme system lord Ra and with Apophis, one of his mortal enemies, were among the main system lords who allied to overthrow Sokar, with CRONUS being the one to formally banish him. Following the death of Ra, CRONUS was alongside Apophis and Hera, one of the GOA'ULD who largely came to fill the void left by Ra's demise. He is the father of Hera, Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon. CRONUS was also noted as being the first to use the Cormac bracelets. Ronon, the father of Teal'c, was his first prime, but had ordered a retreat for which CRONUS killed him, crushing his primta, causing a slow, agonizing death. Teal'c and his mother were banished to Tulak, where Teal'c vowed to become the first prime of Apophis, so that he would be in a position to someday avenge his father. CRONUS is described by Teal'c as being the most influential of the system lords. CRONUS was also a bitter enemy of the Tok'ra. Upon learning that the Tok'ra Jolinar of Malkshire was on Mysia, he dispatched the Ashrak Idrith to kill her. Apparently tired of waiting for Idrith to act, he sent a Death Glider squadron down on the planet of the Nassians, but they were evacuated by SG1. The symbiote Anchor, who replaced the Tok'ra Kordesh to act as a spy within the Tok'ra, later sent word to CRONUS of the contact with the Tari and the Tok'ra. CRONUS sent 2 motherships to deal with them, but the Tok'ra were given advanced warning, and Colonel O'Neill discovered Anchor's duplicity. Thus, CRONUS bore indirect responsibility for the formation of the Tari-Tok'ra alliance. It was assumed that because CRONUS was highly influential and a rival of Apophis, that he might have used his pull to convince the other system lords to not join Apophis in his attack on Earth. When the Asgard sought to have Earth included in the Protected Planets Treaty, CRONUS led the opposing delegation, which included Yu and Neriti. The system lords agreed to allow Earth into the treaty, in return for surrendering both the Alpha and Beta Stargates. Neriti opposed the plan, and used a cloaking device to conceal herself to attack CRONUS, framing Teal'c. Neriti then falsely tried to heal him, but Major Carter healed CRONUS herself after Neriti's duplicity was exposed. In return, CRONUS agreed to support the treaty, and allowed Earth to retain its Stargates, but warned the Tari that if anyone was captured, they would be dealt with harshly. Neriti was then taken into custody. At some point in those 2 years, SG7 had confronted with CRONUS, which saw the team forced to use CRONUS' sarcophagus to heal Sergeant Castro of a serious head wound before fleeing back to the Stargate. 2 years later, CRONUS took the planet Juna, previously controlled by Hera. When the robotic copies of SG1 came through, he had the Daniel Jackson double executed. His surprise at their robotic appearance caused a weakness in his position among the people of Juna, a reason that a true god would not have known that they were not robots. When they learned that they had gone to Juna, the real SG1 came to rescue them, and CRONUS was confronted by the robotic Teal'c and the real Teal'c. CRONUS attempted to kill the real Teal'c by killing his primta like he had killed his father, but the robotic Teal'c shot CRONUS 3 times with a staff weapon in the back, killing him. His body was then shown to the people of Juna to prove once and for all that the GOA'ULD were not gods. SG1 received the added bonus of gaining control of CRONUS Hatak, which was used to destroy Apophis' fleet. Apophis eventually died when CRONUS Hatak was crashed into Delmak by SG1 and Jacob Carter. The death of CRONUS, followed by the death of Apophis a few days later, caused the system lords to enter into a war that the Tok'ra hoped would last for years. However, An adverse effect was that it allowed Nearty to escape and resume her activities in searching for an advanced human, eventually bringing her back into contact with both the SGC and SG1. Worse, it merely accelerated the events that resulted in the return of Anubis. So what do you guys think of CRONUS? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Sith Citadel Discord, link is in the description, and consider becoming a join member to further support the channel. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.